Good day, ladies and gents. I'm Emilio A. Cologne, and joining me today on episode 122 of the EAC Show is our friend of the show, LaVon Harvey. LaVon, appreciate you coming on, my friend.
No problem, man. No problem, man.
So much to discuss, LaVon, coming to you from sunny South Florida. Obviously, Marcus
Mm-hmm.
might be joining us in a little bit, but there's so much to discuss. I don't know if you guys have saw it on social media. If you haven't, obviously today is April 1st, which marks on the calendar
Opening
opening
day.
day for
Yes,
Major League
yes.
Baseball, which is huge for me. It's huge for LeVon. It's huge for so many people, not only in the United States but throughout the world. Opening day is just it's the best start of a season for any sports out of all the major sports. So unfortunately, I had to go on a little bit of a rant, and me and LeVon will talk about that in a little bit because my game today was canceled because of COVID
Mm,
between the Mets and the
mm.
Nationals. But I'm still a huge baseball fan. So just because the Mets and the Nationals couldn't play doesn't necessarily mean I don't get to enjoy baseball. So, LeVon, we're going to talk a little bit about baseball. We're also going to cover NCAA Final Four, big games coming up on Saturday between Gonzaga, UCLA, and it's Houston and Baylor, correct?
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I know who it is, but I just wanted to make sure I was doing it right off the top of my head. And then we're gonna talk some NBA talk, a little bit of trash talk to finish the show and end episode 122. LeVon, tell me a little bit about what is opening day for you. I mean, you're a Florida Marlins fan. High hopes with all the stuff they have. New GM, female GM. Shout
Yeah.
out to Lone Depot Stadium. I got to get used to saying that name, Lone Depot Stadium. That's the new
That's
name of the Marlins where they play. So tell me a little bit about how you feel about your team and the Marlins going into first day of MLB.
well, I've said this before. I think I was kind of having a conversation with you prior. Well, in general, I'm a baseball fan. Okay, so I'm excited for the season. It is a different feel, aside from football and from basketball. Um, Now, when it comes to baseball, of course, a lot of the games start during the day too, so it's kind of scattered. And as far as my Marlins are concerned, like I said, I don't know what their season's going to be like. To me, I mean, they made it to the playoffs last year. They had a great run. That was unexpected, and this year's kind of. I mean, I'm not sure what to expect this year either. But I'm just happy that the baseball is back, and I'm able to watch these guys play. And I plan on going to a few games this year as well. So, like
So
you
if you,
said, the Lone Depot Stadium. I plan on taking my sons to some games for the first time now that there's no more COVID. I mean, they're of age where I can go out to the field now. I think that's the last sport they have to see. They've been to a football game, they've been to a basketball game, and now it's baseball's turn. So I'm excited, man. Super excited.
if you guys haven't checked in and seen what happened today, so basically the Tampa Bay Rays and Florida and the Miami Marlins played each other. Miami ended up losing the game 1-0. Tyler Glasnow pitched for the Tampa Bay Rays. He pitched
Mm,
excellent.
he's nasty.
Sandy Alcantara pitched just as good. He deserved a lot better than what ended up happening for him today. He was stellar. He went 6 innings, struck out 7. Marvelous game by him.
Yep.
He got into a little bit of trouble in the first inning, but that was about it. After that, it was all a wrap.
Cruising.
Tampa Bay is a good team. No, there's never a problem losing to Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, TG is he's a beast on the mound. But like you said, they didn't get any run support today, and that's what I mean by unexpected. I'm not sure what to expect throughout the year. I know it's game one because I mean the Rays got offense too, and they only scored 1 run as well. So
That was because of Sandy. Sandy was just
yeah,
was
he was, and to me last year he was kind of up and down. But if this is any indication of what he's going to be like this year, then I mean that's exciting for the Marlins. But the offense for me for the Marlins is like, what are we gonna do? That's a big question mark for me. But I'm excited for how Sandy did on the mound today because the Rays got some bats. So
Yeah, so absolutely, I totally agree with you. I think the Marlins' future is very bright if Sandy can stay healthy and keep pitching like that. So we can't discuss the Mets game obviously because the Mets game has gotten postponed. Not even tomorrow. It's going to be played Saturday, which absolutely sucks for me because it literally just sucked the whole air out of opening day for me and my family. The whole family's in Mets gear. I'm in Mets
you
gear.
haven't changed. You woke up like this. I
Dude,
woke up like this.
it was ridiculous. I'm so excited. Instagram's going nuts with all the posts that I made and stuff like that. And then sure enough, Rob Manfred, Uncle Rob, and his lawyer smug fucking face and attitude goes on Mike Greenberg and says that my game is canceled, and my whole day just went to shit.
I don't know, man. You've been talking about baseball since the Dodgers won the World Series. You've been looking forward to watching your boys play. So, I mean, I'm sorry, man.
If you cut my veins, if you cut these veins, they're blue and orange. I promise you.
Yes.
I promise you, they're blue and orange. Yes. To see Uncle Steve get Lindor signed.
Bag talk.
Big bag talk, bag alert, bag. We talking about, we talking A-Rab money, all that. Like literally, we talking about ridiculous money. Where he literally discussed what he was going to pay Lindor over having a filet mignon and a salad and some wine, getting the deal done. So Lindor is a shortstop for the next 11 years.
Done. Locked in.
Get Conforto signed. To me, Conforto represents what it is to be a New York Met. You literally come in from the farm system. You compete every day against different outfielders, whoever they bring in, Jay Bruce, Cespedes, whoever, it doesn't matter.
I was always there.
I'm always here. I'm always right here. Conforto deserves the money, and Conforto deserves the captaincy of the New York Mets, because that's just how it's supposed to be. You draft them, you develop them, they turn into freaking solid, consistent players, and you pay them. So Conforto's up next. So I'm just so happy that eventually we're going to end up getting our opening day and playing, but it was a little bit, kind of like it just sucked the air out of me. No positive tests during spring training, and fucking COVID-19 comes along, and Rob Manfred ruins opening day for me and every other Met fan that was looking forward to seeing Jacob deGrom versus Matt Shirley today.
That's one of the best opening day matchups for sure. I mean, watching deGrom in general, just like he's gonna get at least 10. Like off top.
Now we're not gonna find out till Wednesday, most likely, because I don't see these guys pitching on Saturday. I really don't.
Most times they go to, which is kind of weird to me. I don't know. Maybe there's a method behind the madness, but it's always like if this guy game get canceled, they go to the second pitcher, which is I don't get it. But who am I?
They don't want to mess up their routines, man. They don't want to mess up.
There's no routine yet, though. There's no
routine. They're creatures of habit, so they're used to it.
It's mental. That's what it is. It's mental.
So we couldn't talk about the Met game because the Met game got canceled. So hopefully you'll watch that Saturday 4:00. Gary Keith and Ron will be on the telecast, so we'll watch that on Saturday. But the first game to start us off with, there was two games to start us off with. We had the Yankees and the Toronto Blue Jays, and we had the Detroit Tigers played. Who was it that they played? The Cleveland Indians. I'm sorry, Cleveland Indians. And not for nothing, I'm gonna sit there and say I didn't really tune into the Tigers game. I watched more the Toronto Blue Jays versus Yankee game. And Ryu and Cole was straight up. It was exactly what it was advertised. Ryu gave up 2 runs, nothing else. Cole gave up 2 runs, nothing else. Offenses was stagnant because obviously you're seeing filth all day. You're seeing Ryu from the left-hand side. He's throwing a whole bunch of stuff. You're seeing Cole who's spitting 99 right down your throat. It was beautiful baseball. But then towards like the 7th inning or whatever it may be, bases were loaded for the big man Aaron Judge, the marquee player for the New York Yankees, and my man grounds into a double play, a pitcher's dream, a hitter's nightmare, and ends the inning. The Blue Jays end up winning that game in extra innings, 3-2. LeVon, tell me, what do you think about players like Stanton, players like Aaron Judge, not coming through in the clutch? And hats off to Gary Sanchez, who had an excellent day, 2-run homer, and threw out a guy at second base.
And it's funny because what you're saying right now is it's going to be the exact opposite throughout the entire year. Because Gary Sanchez, he's been up and down. They've even thought about trading him, sending him down. He's been kind of up and down the last couple of years, trying to stay in shape, etc. But he's still a beast when it's all said and done. Now, when it comes to Stanton, and Stanton's got the bag. Judge hasn't gotten the bag yet, has he?
No.
He hasn't gotten the bag yet. But those guys, mind you, these guys are, this day and age is home run or bust, home run or nothing. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're great, hit a lot of doubles, they make contact, but for the most part, these guys are paid for the long ball, right? That's what these guys are paid for. So you're either going to get a strikeout, you're going to get your double play, or you're looking for a grand slam from these guys. So, and it's going to happen, right? I mean, I prefer the Lindors, I prefer the Trouts, I prefer, those type players, but then you have the big boys and people, again, what did Maddox and Glavine say years ago? Chicks dig the long ball. And that's what these guys are here.
Chicks do dig the long ball.
Chicks do dig the long ball.
Chicks do dig the long ball. I mean, Cole was outstanding. As a fan of baseball, Cole was outstanding. He was pissed off when he gave up that second run, the whole solo home run. Mm-hmm. He was so upset. But he was outstanding. And Ryu, for me, let me ask you a question. How you feel about this? This is an opportunity for Major League Baseball to market Ryu, right? Why wouldn't Major League Baseball go to Capcom, right, who owns Street Fighter, and figure out a way to make Ryu T-shirts? Hadouken!
Maybe you need to get in the air for a little bit. Maybe you need to get in the air right now. I didn't think of that. So that's just, I'm sure somebody has those, so you're not alone.
I mean, think about it though. Smart, right? You got a picture of Ryu from Street Fighter's body with Hunjin Ryu's face. Right? Shooting out the Hadouken fastball. That's a great idea.
You should just join the marketing team, man. How about you get it done?
I'm telling you, I'm in the wrong business, dude.
Get your cut.
Listen, I know what's gonna happen. The minute I do it, I'm gonna get a cease and desist letter. The minute I do it, Kanye could work with Nike to come out with new Yeezy retros, but if I did that, I get a cease and desist letter.
Facts only.
Also, there was a couple other games that happened today. The Phillies ended up beating the Atlanta Braves. Aaron Nola only gave up 2 runs. Max Fried didn't pitch that bad, even though he came out earlier. They ended up losing in extra innings. So Phillies ended up winning that. Clayton Kershaw got rocked by the Colorado Rockies.
They took the L today.
They took the L bad time. He gave up 5 earned in Colorado. It's always hard to pitch in Colorado. A blunder on the base pass for the Los Angeles Dodgers as Cody Bellinger actually hit a home run, but was out.
What was that? I don't get it.
Cody Bellinger hit a home run with Justin Turner on base before him, and Justin Turner thought it was caught and was running back. And because Cody Bellinger had crossed him, by rule, Cody Bellinger is out.
But if it's already a home run, it's done.
But Cody Bellinger had crossed the runner in front of him. So when you do that by rule in MLB, that runner that has superseded the runner before him is automatically out.
Yeah, but he crossed him after the ball was already out of the yard.
It's still the responsibility of the runner that's behind to pay attention to what's going on in front of him. So if Cody Bellinger would have just stopped and Turner was running towards him and he never passed, it would be a 2-run homer. But because Cody Bellinger ran past Turner as Turner was running back, it's Cody Bellinger.
I feel like it's dead. When I feel like it's dead, meaning not the home run's not dead, but I feel like once it's gone, and we move forward from there. It's already a home run, man, because they crossed past.
I agree with you, but the rules are the rule. This is one of these things where it's like an ancient time rule that needs to be changed to adapt to current times. It's like when people sit there and they say, oh, in society, they're like, oh, we have the right to bear arms. Yes, you have the right to bear arms. No one's disagreeing with you. No one's trying to take your guns away. But when that Constitution was written, when those laws were written, it took 5 minutes to put a bullet into a gun. Like, seriously. Like, you have to adapt to the times. People come in and they say, oh, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, freedom of speech. They're trying to censor what we're trying to do. You have to understand, these are businesses owned by somebody. The minute you start messing with their bottom line, under the terms and the agreements that you signed to use this platform, they can shut you down. It's not freedom of speech.
Real quick.
So it's the same exact thing. It's a rule. It's a rule that needs to be able to adapt with the times.
Well, yeah, and they're gonna figure it out. You know what I mean? That's what's gonna get changed after this year. You know what I mean? And it's funny because when I first saw it, I'm thinking I see him shaking his head. Is it Hanley Ramirez? I don't even know who that was. It looked like Hanley Ramirez. But
no.
You see him shaking his head. I'm like, But I don't see him blaming the fan. At first, I thought it was a fan got in the way.
It was
So
Tapia. You talking about Tapia? Tapia from Colorado was Tapia.
Yeah, correct. So I'm thinking, what? But he's not livid or irate at the fan. So what happened?
Yeah.
I seen the replay. It came out of his hand, and I was busy, but I had to close in. I had to do something. But I was confused. I didn't hear the rule. I didn't hear the reasoning for it. So now that you're telling me I don't like it, I still don't like it, but I get it.
There was a couple pitchers that got rocked today. Not for nothing. I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna tell you. You got Kershaw who got rocked. We got Castillo who got rocked. Castillo from the Reds. He got annihilated. He was getting killed last time I checked. Bumgarner got rocked today. Darvish gave up 4. So
these guys are getting old though. Like the Bumgarners and Kershaws, they had a great decade. I mean, great run. Yeah. But these guys are getting kind of old, and I'm surprised. Not surprised Kershaw's opening day pitcher, because we know that the monster is right behind him. He's gonna pitch whether it's tomorrow or Saturday, whatever. Tomorrow, I think. Mm-hmm. But I don't know who's the Giants, who their number 2 is. But these guys are old. These guys are up there, man. They're in the 13th, 14th year. So it's
the person I will give a pass to is I'm going to give a pass to Kershaw, because obviously pitching in Colorado is difficult. So I'll give him a pass. He'll be fine. There's no issues there. He'll be fine. So I'll give him a pass. But for Castillo, Bumgarner, Darvish, hey, listen, that can't happen. Last time I checked, the Padres were up 6-1, and all of a sudden, Darvish was giving up a whole bunch of runs, and in San Francisco was right back in the game. So I mean, it's only game 1, a little bit of, let's not overreact, but it's exciting to have baseball here to talk about. There's still 3 games to be played later on tonight. We got hold on 1 second. I'm looking it up.
West Coast games?
Yeah, West Coast games. So you got the White
Angels play who?
White Sox versus the Angels, Houston versus Oakland, and San Francisco versus Seattle. And sorry I said Bumgarner earlier with San Francisco. He's actually with Arizona. I forgot. But anyway, we got White Sox versus Angels, Houston versus Oakland, and San Francisco versus Seattle. 3:10 o'clock.
Are we still on bitter mode with Houston, or are we kind of over there? Like what's going on here?
I gotta be quite honest with you. Until all of those players that were part of that group that cheated are no longer there, no. You're still gonna get it. Because you literally tried to damage the integrity of the game. You know what I'm saying? Now, mind you, you can sit there and you can have an opinion, LeVon, and say, oh, they all do it. They all do it. They all didn't fucking get caught.
That's it.
They all didn't get caught.
If the glove don't fit, man. So
if the glove don't fit, you must have quit, right? You must have quit. So, I mean, I'm excited that Major League Baseball is back. I'm looking forward to watching my team being able to play. I think everybody else is playing tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. I got to double check and make sure, but I think everybody else is back to normal tomorrow, except obviously my team and the Washington Nationals. So tomorrow's slate: Boston versus Baltimore, Tampa Bay versus Miami is at 7, Dodgers, Colorado, White Sox, Angels, Oakland, Houston, Arizona, San Diego, and San Francisco, Seattle. So there's a couple people that are not playing tomorrow. I guess, the Yankees are not playing tomorrow. The Braves are not playing tomorrow. St. Louis is not playing tomorrow. The Cubs are not playing tomorrow. I even forgot to mention that game, the Cubs game. The Cubs got destroyed. They were getting killed by the Pirates.
Who's on the mound?
Actually, it was the kid that gives up no runs. It was Hendricks. Hendricks was getting smacked last time.
As long as you didn't say Lester, I was like, don't tell me John Lester.
No, Lester's with the Nationals now.
Oh, see all these moves.
Lester's with the Nationals now. They gave up 5 runs to the Pirates. I can't name one player that plays on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Not one. Moran. Yeah. Maybe if he's still there. I don't even know if he's still there. Moran. That's probably the only one I know.
Yeah, they made some. I saw some players on like Bells on some different teams in the offseason. Oh, he's there?
Yeah, Moran is still there. Sorry, yeah, Moran. Moran's the only one that I still know. Oh, and Gregory Polanco. And Moran.
Still there.
2 players. Yeah. I know 2 players. Sorry, I know 2 players. But no, I'm so happy that baseball's back, LeVon. I hope there's in some way, shape, or form you can get out there to make sure you go see a game. In all seriousness, I watched the Tampa Bay versus Marlins game, and Sandy was looking great. You guys can't hit right now after game 1. But Sandy was dealing today, absolute dealing. He deserved better than what he got in today's game. So then we're going to discuss March Madness. Now, Levon, you and I haven't talked too much about this because last episode you couldn't make it. But tell me, how do you feel about the Final Four teams? We got Gonzaga, UCLA, Houston, and Baylor.
UCLA, where did these guys come from?
I'm happy for them, man. I'm happy for them.
I mean, I am happy. I'm happy for them too. I used to live in LA, so I went to one of the games, UCLA's games. I've been to the campus way back. I mean, I appreciate UCLA, but I'm not saying I'm a diehard college basketball fan, but these guys weren't really that hot of a team,
right,
during the season, even coming in,
right.
And you know they play hard, but I didn't think they'd be where they are now. Now, from the very beginning, I told you, and this is not some kind of I told you so, for Gonzaga, but I mean, I'm not surprised Gonzaga's here where they are now. The offense is too lit. Offense is too lit.
Gonzaga is a fucking wagon.
Yo, they're too lit, bro. And these guys are so poised. They're just so on point, man. They hit these buckets. You know what I mean? I mean, defense is kind of whatever, but whoever scores the most points wins the game. That's what it is.
Did you see? Hold on, I gotta let Marcus into the show. Hold on 1 second. Hey, we're live, Marcus. Turn it off. Levon, did you see the stat that says that Gonzaga is 29-0 in their 30-0 record when they win by double digits?
Wow.
Crazy, right?
That's good for the the markets to look at. No, I did not see that.
So let me ask you a question. And Marcus, we'll get to you in a minute. Marcus, we'll get to you in 1 second. We're just gonna finish up this little segment about NCAA, okay? So we got Gonzaga, who's minus 14, Levon. You tell me, are they gonna cover that spread?
And they play UCLA, right?
They play UCLA, yes.
I've got to think UCLA is going to get back to regular form. I have to pick because the Zags they've been putting up points and covering.
I'm not going against that wagon. I'll give UCLA 18, and I'm still going to take the Zags.
Yeah, I got to think UCLA will go back to form, and Gonzaga's going to do Gonzaga things, zigzag things. So I got to swallow that. Sorry.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Gonzaga minus the 14 too.
Yeah.
And then the second game, obviously, you got Baylor and Houston. Tell me how you feel about Baylor and Houston. And actually, Baylor is -5 in that game.
I think I would take the points with Houston. Again, I'm not too sold on any of these teams. I do think Zag's going to win it all, but I'll take the points with Houston if I was a betting man.
I'm gonna go Baylor -5. I think it's gonna end up being a Gonzaga Baylor matchup, and I think Gonzaga ends up winning the national championship and being undefeated in all actuality. So that's gonna cover our NCAA talk. Now we got some.
I'm sorry. Before I move on,
go ahead.
I don't say it's huge news. Maybe it's a little kind of big. Now Roy Williams 903, huh?
Oh yeah, Roy Williams. I forgot. Thank you. You know what? I didn't want to address Roy Williams, and shout out to Roy Williams because I'm a huge Roy Williams fan. Mm-hmm. He's gonna retire. Shout out to him. The reason why I didn't want to cover Roy Williams is because when I went on ESPN today, that's all I saw. They talked about Roy Williams more than they talked about Major League Baseball, and I just got pissed off. I got pissed off. Just do Roy Williams. Right off into the sunset, amazing player. Coach, deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He's touched so many lives, whatever. But it's opening day, homie. You don't need to be talking about Roy Williams every damn second. It's opening day.
This is what sports do. Well, normally sports that are out of season do little schemy things like this. You know what I mean? Like football would do something big on opening day just to get the spotlight. Now, like you said, give him his flowers. Legendary coach, Hall of Fame.
Keep it moving. Keep it moving, homie. Get out of here. Keep it moving.
I just, he knows the climate of today's game, and you guys are no longer the Dukes, North Carolinas. You guys are no longer the automatic locks for these kids coming out of high school now. So he's like, this ain't really how it used to be. Let me get up on out of here before I continue to go down this path, because I'm not that guy anymore.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Duke. Same thing with Krzyzewski. Krzyzewski said, "Oh, wait a minute, what's going on here?" He tried to abort the season, and the next thing you know, literally, he's not even in the NCAA tournament for the first time in I don't know how many years.
They know what it is. Kentucky, all these powerhouses, it's not it anymore. So, yeah.
So Marcus is joining us for this topic, and Marcus, we appreciate you coming on. It's been a minute.
Man, I am Marcus Mack, and welcome to the EAC Show, coming to you from sunny South Florida. And today we are live.
We did that 29 minutes ago, by the way.
It's okay. I'm on now. Let me get my snap.
So look, it's funny, Marcus, because you actually came in at the perfect time, because Levon and I already covered Major League Baseball. We already just finished a segment on NCAA. So you literally came in on the NBA Trash Talk segment. So you literally came in just like a minute before we started to switch on that segment. So the NBA Trash Talk segment, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is because shout out to Marcus's Mac Brooklyn Nets, who are in first place in the East. Now,
shout outs to the admin, man, for putting together that hell of a team, man. We got the super squad. We got the cheat code.
So listen. Yeah, you got the cheat code. I give you that. You got the cheat code, right? But here's a question I have. If you're a basketball player, an aspiring basketball player, you finally make it to the NBA, hugs, first round draft pick, second round, whatever it may be, family, you're situated, you're going to buy your mama's house, you're going to take care of your wife, whatever, kids, we're good, we don't got nothing to worry about. You put up so many jump shots, you go to college, you do your thing, you play defense, you run suicides, you do wall sits, all types of nonsense, right?
Right.
Get to the NBA and sit there and watch James Harden dribble the ball 34 times while you stand in the corner to take a shot. Makes no sense to me, Marcus.
I mean, do we know James Harden for being a ball hog?
There's 3 ball hogs on that team. The one that passes the ball the most is sitting here having social media discussions with Michael Rappaport.
Right. Well, but you know, I really feel like he's saving it for the finals. You got to remember, it's still a young team. It's not like it's young players. They just brought on some young players, but it's not young players. It's a young team, very young. They still got to build chemistry. You put 3 great players on the same squad, they gonna shine. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? And then let's not forget. Wait, hold on. Let's not forget that they brought James Harden on the team to lead the team because Kyrie Irving was shaky.
Lead the team, not hold the ball for 22 seconds of a 24-second shot clock.
Indeed. But like I said, I feel like they just need to build some kind of chemistry, and because they've been passing that ball. I'm not talking about 2005 Mavericks heavy on the real basketball, pass the ball. They ain't been playing like that, but they've been passing the ball, bro. They've been passing the ball heavy. Right now, I'm looking at the Houston Brooklyn game. They playing team ball, bro, but they need to build that chemistry.
James ISO Harden. I mean, this is not really a huge surprise. To say that they need to build chemistry, but it looks like they're just playing, okay, look, I'm gonna just take a rest, Harden for a little bit. I'm gonna go on social media. I'm complaining with Michael Rappaport. Kyrie's always taking weeks off at a time debating whether the basketball's for him. He's on his left eye tip. He might go out to some island and start doing some weird stuff. Harden, to be honest with you, Harden's right now looks like he's the only one that's been really focused on ball. Yes, he's been hogging it up, but it seems like he's been pretty locked in.
I'm gonna give you the floor, Marcus Mack, after I say my piece right here. You got Kevin Durant that's so much interested in doing other stuff or whatever that he's literally going back and forth with a comedian. He's not even worried about basketball. You got Kyrie Irving, who became like a Navajo Indian that uses sage all over the field to keep the bad vibes and this, that, and bad juju and this, that, and third. who's figured out a way, a loophole. He's figured out a way to not play games for personal reasons and still get a paycheck. I don't understand it. I'm happy for him, though. Shout out to him. Because if I was employed by somebody and I could do it, I would be manipulating that loophole like there was no tomorrow. So shout out to him. James Harden has been holding it down 100%. Blake Griffin's on the team. LaMarcus Aldridge is on the team. Yeah. I think Shaq, Charles Barkley, and Kenny Smith are now going to come on the team as well. I don't know what the hell is going on in Brooklyn.
Yo, Nash, suit up, fam.
Yo, listen. Yo, you remember the year when Brooklyn recruited mad great players and then they won the playoffs? You remember that year?
Yeah, it was Garnett, Paul Pierce, all of those.
All right, yeah. No. I already know. I'm just saying, so we remember when I said, do you remember that year? Because that's what I'm going to say next year. I'm be like, yo, do you remember last year when such and such happened? The bottom line is this. We have a great team. I hear everybody talking and everybody hating, yo, why they put all of these great players on the same team? Everybody they want to win a championship. No, ain't nobody say nothing to the Lakers when they got that fluke championship last year. Nobody said, I'm looking at the computer right now, but the camera's right here. Nobody said nothing when the Lakers won that fluke COVID championship last year. Nobody said nothing, right? So now
that was because we were happy that we were getting basketball, dude. That was because we were happy we were getting basketball. We were getting so desperate for sports. We were betting on the fucking weather at one point.
Yo, listen, it's so bad. It's so bad right now that the topic of discussion is that Brooklyn recruited people to take out LeBron and AD and them guys over there in LA.
No,
that's what they saying.
It's not so bad because of that. It's so bad because of that, LeVon, you can finish this. It's so bad because they are doing everything else except James Harden. They're doing everything else. It's drama in Brooklyn. You don't know what the fuck is going on with Kyrie Irving, whether he's going to play or not every week. You don't know what Kevin Durant is doing or whether he's really hurt or just fucking around with people on social media.
Agree. I absolutely
agree. And I'll say this. I mean, I'll let y'all hit the floor, but they're supposed to be building chemistry, and right now they're just playing, hey, man, I'm glad you're on the team. You're going to handle it this week. I'm going to handle it next week.
I agree with that.
It's not you know what they're doing? Marcus, you know what they're doing? They're doing this. Hey, what's up, buddy? He in the background. Hey. You know what they're doing? This is what they're doing. They literally doing, yo, you want to cover my shift? I'll cover your shift next week.
That's what I'm saying.
Cover my shift.
That's a fact. I absolutely agree with that. Am I gonna say, yo, y'all need to buckle down and tighten up? No, because they already know they're going to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Should they be using this time right now to build a chemistry? Of course. It's looking like the all-star game right now, the way they playing. If you want to be technical, it looks like they just out there playing. They out there playing with everybody.
Marcus,
they're playing with y'all.
This is what I'm gonna do, Marcus. We got 2 minutes left on this segment, and we're done for the show. And you can check us out, episode 123 of the EAC Show. Make sure you click like, subscribe on all podcast platforms and on YouTube. But Marcus, I don't want to take this shine away from you because your team is doing extremely well, and you fucking deserve it. So the floor is yours for the next 2 minutes. You can talk about whatever the hell you want. I ain't saying a word. Do you?
I don't want to talk about nothing. All I'm saying is, I'm tired. Yo, LeVon, you like that, right?
He wasn't doing that earlier today. I was telling him save for the show.
Right? No, I mean, I think you asked me something and I had a rebuttal for it. Because all of the hoopla around the Brooklyn Nets, getting these players and blah, 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 and they recruiting them to take out this, that. Listen, the bottom line is we got guns for war and we coming out shooting. That's all I'm saying. And it's not like we haven't been playing crazy ball. We got a little man, feel what I'm saying? We're going to get him a little Brooklyn Nets jersey, just for the record.
We're not doing that. I know. Don't cancel him, son. Right? Don't cancel
him. It's not like the Brooklyn Nets ain't been playing ball all season. Kyrie Irving be on his bull crap. Feel what I'm saying? KD has forevermore been a diva with the hurt Achilles, everything from the Achilles to the funny bone. Everything is always twisted with him, but he comes back and he performs. You know what I'm saying? He performs. What you want me to do? You know what I'm saying? Jordan is a beast. You know what I'm saying? We got a team full of hitters. We got Blake Griffin. We got a team full of hitters.
Yeah, Blake made his first dunk for the first time in 2 years.
Mark is back. That's going to conclude episode
Listen, the Brooklyn
122.
Nets is still young. The Brooklyn Nets is still young. How long has the Barclays Center been there? Yo, listen, just for the record, before the show ends, right? Everybody that was a Knicks fan, right, in New York City, if they didn't have nothing to believe in the past 20 years, 30 years, they got something to believe in now. I'm going.
Make sure to check us out, episode 123. Appreciate you guys.